Hey everybody, how's it going out there? Welcome back to Living the Creative Act, where we read The Creative Act by Rick Rubin and we talk about it. Today, the section is called Try Everything, and it's from pages 157 to 159. One little announcement before we hop right in. I am looking for some programming work or product development work, or, obviously both. Reach out if you have something. That being said, let's hop right into the reading. Try everything. Mixing blue and yellow makes green. Adding 2 plus 2 makes 4. When combining basic elements in the ordinary course of life, much is predictable. In creating art, the sum total of the parts often defies expectation. Theory and practice don't always line up. The formula that worked yesterday might not work tomorrow. The proven solutions are sometimes the least helpful. There is a gap between imagination and reality. An idea might seem brilliant in our mind, but once employed, it might not work at all. Another might seem dreary at first. Then upon execution, it might be exactly what's called for. To dismiss an idea because it doesn't work in your mind is to do a disservice to the art. The only way to truly know if an idea works is to test it. And if you're looking for the best idea, test everything. Ask yourself as many what-if questions as you can. What if this were the first painting anyone saw in their life? What if I removed every adverb? What if I made all the loud parts quiet? Look for different polarities and see how they affect the piece. Perhaps take on the temporary rule that there are no bad ideas. Test them all, even the ones that seem underwhelming or unlikely to work. This method becomes especially useful in group efforts. Often when working with others, different ideas are put forward and end up in competition. Based on experience, we may believe we can see what each person is imagining and what the result will be. It's impossible, though, to know exactly what someone else is thinking. And if we can't predict how our own ideas will work, and we can't, how can we draw conclusions about what someone else imagines? Instead of talking through different solutions to work out which is best, take it out of the realm of the verbal. To truly weigh choices, it's necessary to bring them into the physical world. Have them acted out, played out, or build into a model. Descriptions do not do ideas justice. We want to set up an environment where the decision-making occurs free of the misguiding force of persuasion. Persuasion leads to mediocrity. To be evaluated, ideas have to be seen, heard, tasted, or touched. It's best if the person who has the idea either demonstrates it or supervises the execution until it matches what they are suggesting. This will help avoid misunderstandings. Once the idea is witnessed in its full expression, it may turn out far better than you imagined. It may even be a perfect fit, or it could be exactly what you expected. Something will be gained through the process, whatever the result. Give yourself permission to be wrong and experience the joy of being surprised. When working through ways of solving a puzzle, there are no mistakes. Each unsuccessful solution gets you closer to one that works. Avoid becoming attached to the particulars of the problem. Widen your field of view. If the idea takes the project somewhere with a stronger energetic charge, follow the new direction. Demanding to control a work of art should be just as foolish as demanding that an oak tree grow according to your will. Allow the work to grow in the direction it seeks. Evolve in accordance with its natural state and have its own life. Enjoy the journey of cycling through all permutations to reveal a work's true form. Oh my goodness. Yeah, as I said on Mastodon, this section really hit me like a ton of bricks. This is kind of a lot of stuff that I've been thinking about, kind of directly and indirectly. I think obviously this stream is something that I'm making. My career is something that I'm making, that I'm, actively working on right now. And failure, of course, doesn't feel good, and rejection hurts. But it's all information. And I feel like this message of try everything kind of really sets that free. These are things that tried and didn't work, as he says on slide 15 here. We've got a lot of unsuccessful solutions. Because you really don't know what will work. You don't know you'll find something that you like or you won't like until until you actually try it. Oh man, this is my anxious face. I would love to be able to force something to guarantee success on Twitch or in an interview or on YouTube or something, right? And there just doesn't seem to be any guarantees. I mean, you see this in sports every year. The team says this is going to be the year, and for most of the teams except one, they're not gonna be successful in the sporting sense. And it's not for lack of expertise. Like, expertise does come into play, right? And they're all very athletic there. They obviously wouldn't even be there if they weren't experts in their field. And they're all mostly going to strike out in some way. And so I feel like this really, really, really underscores the fact that there's no one path. Your path is truly your own. Like, sometimes try everything will mean try it 17 times. Sometimes it'll be try it 18 times or 20 times, maybe try it 30 times. And other times it'll be just try it once and move on, or don't try it at all. I've brought up painting before as something that I'm choosing to not try because I'm already trying so many different things. I'm actively, that's my experiment. I'm going to try out not exploring painting. Even though I have ideas for paintings, I also have ideas for lots of other things. And the point of saying something is to say something. I want to focus on some things. Well, I'm focusing on apps and YouTube. I'm choosing to consciously not try out painting. Yeah, when there's basic elements, it's predictable, as he says here on slide 3. But once you get past that, it's not so predictable. Going back to the sports thing, let's close the slides for a second here. I think an important part of trying everything is being honest about what you're looking for. As a streamer, as a content creator, it's so easy to look at a follower count or reviewer count as a measure of success and feel embarrassed or invincible, depending on how that number is compared to last time. Yeah, that that happens. All these services put those numbers right in the middle of your face. It's hard to ignore. And yeah, that can. So, am I doing this just for my ego to feel good about myself, or do I truly believe that I'm building something beyond my ego that's helpful and interesting to more folks than just me? I truly think so. I think, as Keith Lee says, I'm just a vessel. I'm bringing these thoughts of creativity from this book to more people, and I'm sharing how they're affecting my life. I'm sharing that with you, and hopefully that is helpful to your exploration of creativity. And there truly is a time for everything. Like last night I went on a 16 game losing streak. Looking back, I wanted to feel good about myself by winning a game. I wasn't trying to improve. I was just trying to relax and feel good. And there's a time for that too. But it did result in a 16 game losing streak. So that number that I mentioned earlier in the stream of try something 16 times and maybe the 17th one will work, like that's from last night. That's from my losing streak from last night. One thing I am curious about is, where does expertise come into all this? See, does he talk about expertise here at all? Because at some point, like, I don't know, people have strong opinions about pineapple on pizza. That even Anthony Bourdain found a chef who put pineapple on pizza in a way that Anthony Bourdain really liked. Like, seems like most things, I don't want to say most things, but anything can can work. As they say in Ratatouille, anyone can cook. Yeah, so what have I been trying out? I had been trying all kinds of different things, starting all these new open source projects. And as of maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, I'm once again kind of focusing on this stream, this Living the Creative Act podcast, and my Subway app. And so far, I'm liking that. So far, it's nice to focus again. And maybe in the future, I'll kind of expand again, looking for more and more ideas. Yeah, I guess this idea of try everything is kind of a continual openness to trying new things. I guess consciously choosing to try something the 17th time or 18th time, or consciously choosing to completely pivot to do something else. And there's no guarantees. This feels so freeing. I feel like clients, they do want that guarantee, and they're not going to hire you if you don't have a guarantee that this is going to solve all their problems. I feel really icky about that though, because how can you guarantee something? Is it really possible to be such an expert that you can guarantee something? Like, they can't do that in sports. You go to a surgeon, they don't guarantee that your surgery is going to be successful. They tell you the risks. Yeah, clients doesn't seem to be the right the right place to experiment with unless they're already coming to you with that attitude. I guess the right client has to match what you're trying to go for, and vice versa. Sometimes you might be in an exploration phase, and sometimes you might be in a focusing phase. And different clients are also going to be at different phases with their business. Yeah, this was such good timing on this chapter. As once again, I'm open to work. I'm open looking for contracts or employment or something like that. And being open to trying new things, new ways of finding that. Or being consciously choosing to continue doubling down on something. That's all that I've prepared for now. Thanks so much for sticking around. It's so much fun talking about creativity with you all. And of course, come say hi on the Discord. We hang out during the week. And I'll see you next time.